Hey everyone, and welcome to the Best of 3 CoD Esports Podcast. I'm your host, Josh. SalvationsElite to my right is Bash_Bo3 Sam, and to our farthest right in person once again for this Monday edition of the podcast is Rex, Shady, Nero, in person for the final time, at least for a while now, for at least for a little while. So enjoy it while you have it. But we got a lot to talk about today for you, man. I'm very excited. So we got. First of all, we're going to be playing some games later. It's going to be a fun time, have some fun out here, and it's going to be competitive, to say the least. But we got some big news this week. Of course, Paris finally announced their roster. Finally, which we're going to be talking a lot about. Wow. And, of course, like
the worst way.
We got some Advanced Warfare 2, or some CoD World War 3, or some sledgehammer game or something potentially down the barrel next year, and a lot more.
What?
But before we get to any of that, guys, I've got to ask, what is going on?
Well, Josh, I am feeling like a spaceman who has just put on that spacesuit for the first time.
The moonwalk.
And I'm feeling the cool air and the little crevices between your skin and the suit just through my body like a slippery eel. And I'm thinking to myself,
I like that.
I am pumped and I am ready to go to the moon, to go to space, and just observe Earth from a distance. And I'm seeing the world as an ant and knowing that things are bigger than I am.
Center for ants?
And having a very existential experience.
Man.
Wow.
So many crossovers.
Existential experiences happening today. Sam, how you doing?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Chilling?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We had our first podcast dinner tonight. It was delicious.
Had some barbecue.
Yeah, it was nice, real nice. But doesn't matter what you have to say.
That thought came to my mind. So I was saying that like, no, I'm not. It doesn't matter.
Oh, it's tough out here. But if you enjoy listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, you probably also enjoy watching on YouTube. And we're all here in person, so what's a better time to watch on YouTube? But as always, I'm on Twitter,
Josh,
SalvationsElite.
Yes.
And then Bash_Bo3 and Shady Nero on Twitter. And I got out of order. Normally I do that first, and then I go into the podcast, so it threw me all off.
We almost just restarted.
But if you want to drop a review on Apple Podcast, you definitely can, and we'll read those out. Nobody dropped a podcast review since last week, so we have no review to read.
Yikes-a-roons,
It's a tragedy, man. So drop a review. We'll read it for sure and make it happen. So with that said, then we can hop into our quick question of the day today. We thought it would be a fun one, kind of hindering on like our DLC kind of bold prediction from earlier.
Yeah.
A few podcasts ago, but if you could pick one map from all the Black Ops games, so BO1, BO2, BO3, and BO4, one map from each game, which maps would you want to see back in Black Ops Cold War? Which ones do you think would play very well in this game? And ones overall that you just want to see? So, which ones come to mind?
For me, firing range. First thing. I think everybody's going to be thinking firing range,
BO1
right?
is firing range or summit.
Right. And that, I have both those, but yeah, I think firing range is just a fan favorite, and I think everybody would want to see that back.
Fun.
Yeah. I mean, competitively, I don't think we'd be playing it, though. Summit's more likely, I think, to play competitively.
Right.
So I would maybe lean Summit just for the fact that I think that might be where it goes.
Competitive, yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing. So I'll go Summit for BO1. What's your BO1?
Summit, probably.
Okay. So BO2? What's your BO2, Sam?
Hijacked.
Really?
I think it'd be a fun competitive map, honestly.
In this game?
I think so. I don't know. You'd have to widen it out a little bit because of how fast you move compared to Black Ops 2.
Probably, yeah.
But then, I don't know. I think it'd be kind of a fun, tight quarter map. I enjoy Hijacked.
I mean, it's a fun map. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it would play well in Black Ops Cold War.
Are we talking Cold War?
Well,
yeah. Just
probably back into Cold War.
The BO2 maps to Cold War.
Okay. I mean, I guess for me, Standoff. I love Standoff. I think it was an incredibly fun map to play, an incredibly fun map to watch competitively.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like the quintessential COD map.
Yeah, I mean, Standoff's definitely the favorite there. Like, I mean, if I wanted one back, it'd be Standoff for sure. But because you already said Standoff, I'll give out the honorable mention of like some either Slums or Express. I would love to see Express S&D back. It would be a blast. Get some fun S&D maps going with this game. It'd be really interesting.
How do you think they'd handle the trains in that?
Well, they don't move. Well, there's one train that moves.
The train that moves there, but...
Yeah, that's fine. I can deal with that. But
they did back in the day.
Yeah.
Could do it again.
Yeah. I get hyped about that. But so that would be my BO2 map. BO3?
So like the first thing that came to mind was strongholds, but I don't know how that would work with.
I mean, there's basically like the 2 zip line. I mean, you could like throw a zip line on the 2 spots, and that could be interesting.
Yeah.
I am not a fan of the whole zip line concept, just because it feels like anytime you use a zip line, there's just gonna be that noise, and then just the problem of like how fast is that zip line gonna be? So you're gonna make that zip line as fast as like a normal wall run would be, I guess. And maybe if you made the zip line silent, maybe it could work.
The thing with like
But even in Hardpoint, it was a good map though. So like it wouldn't really matter that much in Hardpoint, and it's only on one part of the map.
The boosters weren't silent, were they, in Black Ops 3? So
And you had the blast suppressors.
I mean, like when you walked on the walls, it was like basically silent though.
Yeah. I suppose you probably make it silent, but like maybe make it like slightly audible if you like cranked up your Astros.
Or like if you had dead silence on, it would be like
the same
much
thing.
quieter. Yeah, that could be
Something
Always
like
get around
that.
it.
But I mean, maps wise, I mean, I personally loved Redwood just because the wall runs below the trees.
Again,
and
that's
it's
another
just-
zipline situation.
But like, I don't know how like you could do that without the jetpacks, like any of those sorts of situations, especially with the on the outside skirts where it's just like
Fringe-
the one bridge.
Fringe maybe could work without.
Fringe as well.
Maybe could work. There's a few spots where you have to like jump up to, like some of the grandma spots that you have to get ladders for, I guess, which wouldn't be ideal, but
I mean, if they could throw in like some sort of future, you know, like in Halo, they have like those jump pads that you go on them and they bounce up.
Yeah.
That would make it more viable.
That'd be fun.
But
There's
it would
these
be
random
so
jump
out of
pads laying
place.
around.
Cold
Yeah.
War, secret technology they didn't tell us about. Just add it in. There you go.
Yeah. So it would be harder to translate. I think Fringe could potentially work.
What about Infection?
Oh, and again, zip lines up to that one god spot on that left side of the map.
You could
but
even just like, I mean,
no, you gotta have it. You
because
gotta have
that
it.
lane is just one.
The zip lines could work though because it's kind of like they're equal distance apart and like it could work there.
Probably.
It could. Because other than that, I don't know where.
But I don't know how you
come.
you have to really redesign that map because literally half the world is bending up on the right side.
It's
Well, I
weird.
think there's a sniper spot too on one of the buildings. You look through the window, and with jetpacks, you could like challenge it.
Oh,
but
yeah.
without it, you're just gonna be free pickings going through there, especially that. So, I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, BO3 is definitely tougher. And then when you get to all, or we forgot AW. Oh my word, we just skipped. Oh, I'm done. We're going to
We're
Black
just
Ops.
doing Black Ops games.
Well,
No.
Detroit. I mean,
My
whatever.
brain's small.
Whole
I'm sorry.
jetpack thing, all that. But Detroit
Irrelevant.
was my favorite in AW.
Irrelevant.
I love Detroit.
Relevant.
Irrelevant.
Relevant.
I almost forgot we were doing all Black Ops games. But yeah, then BO4.
Arsenal.
Okay,
I like
Arsenal
Seaside.
works really well. Seaside would be kind of fun.
man. Yeah, I mean Seaside. I was a big fan of Hacienda, but I'm not sure I would play. I mean, I think Frequency could actually play pretty good in this game. So
Good.
Mhm.
I think Frequency is the most like realistic one that could actually work well. So I'll go with Frequency.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but very fun, quick question.
Cool.
Big fan of that. So with that said, let's get right into the news because we got a whole bunch to talk about today. Let's go.
The Call of Duty News of the Week.
What's not wrong with Paris?
With Paris, baby. Back-to-back drops rolling.
Oh my God.
Welcome to What's Wrong with Paris. Paris, let's go.
That was a sick announcement,
The
by the way.
Paris
Absolutely
Legion
loved it. So high,
made
Paris.
it happen.
Wow.
They didn't even make their own graphic. They took it straight
Nope.
from the CDL.
I know.
Static
Let's
image.
go. So if you don't know what we're talking about, you're out of the loop. But the Paris Legion finally announced their roster. And it was exactly the team that we all thought it was going to be, which we all knew for a long time now, considering how long they were scrimming together. But, you know, the whole announcement with the squad and how it ended up playing out, and then they used the same graphic. The squad is Scraps, Fire, Aqua, and Classic, of course, Coach Theory, which we all knew was coming. And then, they used the graphic that the CDL has used to, like, announce the rosters after the teams announced them. But they didn't even, they just passed that. And this comes off as if the CDL was like, dude, you have to announce your roster. Announce your freaking roster.
Yeah.
And they're like, can we have a graphic? And they're like, a what?
Seriously. Like, what is going on over there?
I don't know, man.
And also,
I don't
how
know.
does this team form? How do these, like, every team, you can look at the players and be like, okay, I understand how they got connected and how that'll happen. This team is just like a hodgepodge of people, it feels like.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it from like Theory's perspective or how the players' perspectives
Yeah.
on how it came together.
And I mean, literally, this was announced the last day in 2020. So they were holding off.
There was probably
There
some
was a
sort
deadline. I
Was that the
guarantee
deadline?
you.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there's a deadline.
January
You have
1st.
to announce your roster before January 1st. December 31st. They're going to announce their
They
roster.
are right there. They break their silence on Twitter, and then a few days later, they announced their roster officially.
Oh, gosh.
Like besides their little tweet, besides their announcement tweet, they didn't tweet anything else. They just retweeted a bunch of people on Twitter. So they retweeted their whole roster basically and all their announcements, and they retweeted Lando just kind of randomly.
They have no original.
So it's like it's just so weird. And then they tweeted Happy New Year.
They sure
So I
did.
was like, wow, calm down.
wow.
Dude,
Two tweets.
crazy.
Wow.
Social
Tweets.
media all-stars.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. So they are really just killing the game.
Yeah.
So official thoughts on this Paris roster. I mean, we've had time to let it fester inside of us. We've seen them play a little bit. We haven't seen as much of them as we'd like to see, I think, in teams that they've been scrimming.
I don't know. It just seems, again, just like this roster that they just scrapped together. You know, not together scraps, but
Good stuff.
I don't know. Like, Classic played pretty well last year.
Yeah.
He was a great player for Toronto. Scraps, I think was again solid. Fire, I just don't have enough info about. You know, we saw him team with Parasite.
Right.
And he seemed to be playing really well. And Parasite had high praise for him, so he could be the all-star that they need. But at the same time, I don't know if he'll be that. You know, someone that's just going to be keeping up with Shotzi and Simp and them. You know, so I just don't know.
Like I'm just really curious about how the chemistry of this roster, like how it's going to go down.
Yeah.
How do
I
they
feel
stick
like
together?
Aqua and Classic, they have prior history, I think, on some team, or if not, they definitely know about each other and probably are in close contact
Right.
in one way or another. But then Scraps is, is on the EU side of things where we know there's kind of that somewhat of divide there. And then Fire, who's like sort of a left field pick.
Yeah.
How do these guys
Yeah.
know Fire?
Mm-hmm.
Other than Parasites tweeted about him and he did pretty well on that
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Fire's their all-star pick, like that rookie all-star pick that
Yeah.
teams kind of started to
Well,
like
he's definitely
finding.
the X factor for him. I mean,
Yes.
Definitely.
He has
Yeah.
to be.
And so I have my concerns with it all. Maybe I'll be proved wrong, but Fire still seems like just a really odd pick when you have so many other good AMs out there that are more proven, I guess.
Yeah.
Fire did well for like his start, but
for sure. I mean,
not
he got
so well.
They got third at the Challengers Champs, that 5-star team of Parasite, Noisy, Exotic, and Goon.
Mhm.
And that same team won the Toronto Open a few weeks before that in July. So it's like they've had some success, and they was basically top 4 for most of these cups, leading back to like middle of the year last year.
Mhm.
I mean, he's seen a lot of success with it with a variety of different players last season. But like again, and we've seen that he's looked pretty solid this year in the scrims at least.
Yeah.
But we've heard pros, and like specifically Clayster talked about directly on stream about Fire and how he tends to ego chow more than one should, as a lot of younger
And
players
problem,
do.
yeah.
And how he's like, that's not going to work when you get into like low into the LAN or when you get into like the big pressure situations and champs and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's like it'll be interesting how that translates for sure. I mean, I don't know. I mean, do you still see him as like a bottom 4 team at this point? It's hard not to, right?
I still see him as a bottom 14.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I've seen from scrims, they don't seem to be doing too well. I don't know if Scraps is. I think he's in Texas now. They all should be NA at this point. But from what I've seen in scrims, we've not been doing great at all.
Yeah.
Like they're kind of.
That's the thing. I just don't know where the upside comes from on this team.
Well, yeah, and like I don't know. It just seems. I don't know. Again,
like, let's best case scenario.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just cut you off there.
No,
But
you're good.
best case scenario, I mean, you get the scraps of BO4. This guy's the top 10 player in the league. With how good he is, he understands the game. He gets it. He's slaying
Mhm.
out. You have Fire, who completely exceeds expectations, and he's now at least like a relatively good player in the league, like top 25 player in the league. And then you have two veterans, who anchor down the roster. You got Aqua, who plays main AR, and then Classic's out there playing like a support SMG role in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Like now they're top 6.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
Obviously, if they all start becoming good,
Like,
then yeah, they're
is
going to be a
if they all
decent
That's what I'm
team.
saying. Like, is their best case scenario like top 6, not like top 3, top 4? Like
I
don't
don't best
see-
case scenario for that team. I mean, the teams
Like,
are
if
really
everything
strong
clicks
this
for
year.
them.
To me, this team can be what Toronto was last year. They were
can
like
be.
they were like at points a contender, but like really, and in the grand scheme of things, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like you got Classic on there.
Fire's like
you
equal
said,
to Kleenex.
Like you said, if Scraps plays his heart out and becomes this like crazy good SMG.
Methods is Aqua, but
Yeah.
I'd rather have Methods.
Oh yeah, no. Like again, this is like this is their like top performing performances.
I mean,
They would be
Scraps
like Toronto.
is probably their IGL, right?
I mean,
Classic might be.
think
I
Classic?
would say
honestly.
be Classic, yeah.
That's where I kind of see a problem, is maybe a leadership issue going on. I mean, I never saw Classic as like a leader in game ever.
He definitely speaks up for himself. I mean, yeah, I think it's a pretty balanced team there when it comes to like the personalities overall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the question. I don't see the upside.
The chemistry is just going to be wonky. But to that team's credit, Theory, I think, was like winningest like scouting series coach. Like he picked the best like AM
Interesting.
teams, which tells you something. Like maybe he's good at picking. He knows the AM scene better than anybody else, and he knows who's good and the potential there.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of this team's success may ride on Theory and the coach, because
That'd be interesting.
I think Theory's the one who organized this team.
Hmm.
Before anybody else was picked up, I think Theory was the guy who Paris was leaning on to set everything up.
It seemed like it.
So I think Theory's going to play a big role, more than we've seen coaches so far.
I mean, yeah, I really like that angle actually. Yeah, I don't know. I think overall it's just like top. If they finish 6 at champs, I'd be like, that was surprising.
Oh,
Yeah.
If they make it top even 8, I'm going to be
If
surprised.
they make champs.
If they even make champs, I'm going to be like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Because who would they beat out? I mean, I guess maybe Seattle ends up flopping.
It would have to be
LAG
like Seattle
flops.
LAG, not good. And then you have like
2 other teams. Who?
Toronto just doesn't click.
Yeah, which, okay.
And then you could see like, and then either like LA Thieves drops, London sucks,
London,
or
maybe.
the Mutineers really drop off in the second half of the season.
Yeah, but none of that seems very likely. So
No,
like,
or the subliners just do not know how to click with ASIM.
Flash Hydra, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, that's the biggest question. I don't know. It's hard to see a top 8 making champ situation for Paris in the books at all. So, with that said, we don't know how many more times we're gonna get to use the What's Wrong with Paris.
True.
It's not gonna be a weekly thing anymore,
No.
unfortunately.
Probably not.
But whenever there's a moment to talk about it, we're gonna talk about it.
Don't you worry.
Right.
Yeah, don't you worry. We'll figure out a way to talk about it.
Don't you worry.
So sad that we have to like shelve the What's Wrong with Paris.
It was a good run, Paris.
It was a good run
good
for
run.
the segment, and hopefully we can bring it back once again when they start screwing up.
If they do,
we'll be
I mean,
here.
I'm starting to think those players, they are veterans and they have some sort of notoriety. So
For sure.
I think if they, maybe just because they have that Paris name, that people are already discounting
Doubt 'em.
them.
Yeah.
Whereas if they were on another team, we'd be like, okay, maybe. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Again-
Because Scraps is always like,
Again,
They're good.
fire has to be like the next thing if this
Yeah.
team is going to go anywhere.
Or Scraps is literally just
Yeah.
disgusting.
yeah,
Right.
like Fire's got a lot right on his shoulders right now.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
So-
All right, moving on. Again, this is more like league overall scheduling and information and league play, baby. We're still working on it. Tom Henderson, the leaker guy who's done a lot with all this type of stuff. We're gonna talk more about leaks here later. He did say that he's heard that league play is for sure coming in Q1, which would be the next 2-3 months. Which again lines up with what everyone's kind of assuming with the launch of the league here in February. Which again
February?
continues to sound like we're getting this league second week, the third week of February.
which would be, that would be awesome, but it's hard to get excited about it when it's always like, league play, no league play. And
I know.
So it's like I'm still sitting here being skeptical. Like, I don't know, man.
What's going to go wrong this time?
What's gonna go wrong? Are we gonna get another Black Ops 4 league play?
Why can't we have updates? Like, just like tell us where you're at with it.
I know.
Like,
They like whisper up in like the bush, like out in the bushes, like it's coming,
Yeah.
it's coming. You're like, huh?
like why
I said nothing.
why do we have like roadmaps and like talking about Warzone and all this, but like we don't have anything? Just like tell us where you're at with league play. Like,
Dude, it's terrible.
and if it's not gonna come, just like tell us now so we can like not get our hopes up for 4 more months.
Yeah.
And it's not coming to come, and then we're sure
Yeah.
be pissed anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just crazy. Also, why don't we have like dates for the actual league? And it's freaking 2021 already.
See, that's why I
Yeah.
don't know.
Like
what's the advantage of not telling
telling
people?
us, yeah.
Unless it's literally based on when the league play can launch, because it's an online league.
Yes.
You don't necessarily have to have a die-hard set start date. So like, yeah, but you'd think you'd want to line it up for sponsors and things and events.
It just seems weird that like they have a dang CDL skin, operator skin.
yeah.
It's like, why don't you like tell us dates?
I think I bet we get the date for it this week.
Hope
If
so.
I had to guess, just because of like the start of the year, like, all right, I mean, it's January, like whatever it's going, January 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th now. Like, we're going to need a date for this freaking league at some point.
I
So
know.
Right.
I'll bet on it being this week. By the time we record next week, we'll know. I'll put my money down.
Hopefully.
But yeah, all right. So hopefully we get the freaking league play, because that's all I want in life, and I cannot wait for it, and that's
I know.
all my heart desires. Some slight updates for some challengers and things.
Yeah.
Blast announced that he will not be playing in challengers this year. What a fall from grace for
That's kind of
Blast.
crazy.
I mean, kind of predicted.
Which we did talk about, like, what, the last 2 weeks now?
Think
Yeah,
so.
I think we did. Well, he's tweeting about Warzone a lot, and I know
And he
we
wasn't,
talked
and he
about
wasn't
personally.
scrimming with anyone.
No.
Wasn't scrimming with anyone. He kept trying to find Warzone things to play
Yeah.
with other people.
Yeah, any attorneys, like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
looking for a 2.5 or less,
Kind of could tell he's moving in that direction. But yeah, that was crazy.
So, yeah,
Weird.
it's crazy. I mean, he was a starter, of course, last year in the CDL, and now something happened. I mean, again, we had the whole drama with Parasite and
yeah.
that squad, and they had that blow up, and then Blast was set to be just fine in challengers this year,
Yeah.
and then that happened, and
Yeah.
I know.
he went from teaming with one of the better teams in the open bracket or in challengers to now not playing in challengers.
I find that when Parasite is the one who left that team, he's like, me and Blast, we can't team together. He leaves. Everyone else chooses to stay there. They play another cup. They place worse, which, I'm
One
just
placement,
like,
I think,
yeah,
worse.
but it's like they just lost their player. So like, it kind of makes sense. They kind of have to build that up.
Yeah.
But then after that, team breaks up, and then Decimate, and then Draza, who replaced Parasite, goes and teams with Parasite.
Parasite.
Goes back to him, and then Neptune is left out in the dust, and
Which is
he's
so
finding what
unfortunate.
which
he's
was
doing.
really weird in itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you think he would go there?
Neptune was like the star of that team. Like he was playing well.
Yeah,
It sucks that like he's like having to like kind of fight his way back up again. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it sucks for me because I was very high on Blast last year. Do you remember how
you
much I was
were.
like,
You really
Blast needs to
were.
get in there, and then now he just kind of falls. So
Oof.
for me,
Yeah.
that kind of sucks. But
It does suck.
Well, that Neptune video did not do him any
no,
favors.
Dude,
No.
That was like when I saw that, I'm like, this might be over. This team is not.
Yeah,
gonna
so
stay.
that's the thing. I would love to hear it from Blast, like what he thinks went wrong. Like,
I know.
was it a situation where he didn't have anyone that wanted to play with him,
Mhm.
or he just didn't enjoy the game? He saw more opportunity to make money in Warzone. Like,
Yeah.
what was the final brick that pushed him over the
Yeah.
edge? Like, at least my instincts tell me that there was some issues with him finding teams.
Mhm.
I think so too. I mean, once that team fell apart, what I understand, like Decimate and him used to be, or they still are maybe.
They
like,
played a lot together.
Played a lot
They
together. They're
a
pretty
lot
close,
together.
and the fact that Decimate leaves him and goes to Parasite,
Unless Blast was like, "Yo, I might not be playing"
maybe.
Yeah.
But then why would he do that unless
in the first place.
he just lost the passion for it and was like, I'm going
Yeah,
to Warzone.
that's
or
possible.
something.
I could definitely see this as like a Mutex situation, not like the whole like him saying
Yeah.
something terrible, but more like maybe he's just kind of finding his groove in Warzone. He's like, you know
it's
what?
possible.
Like,
Yeah.
he plays what like 4th to 6th in the first 2 cups, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe he got kind of scared. Maybe he's seen more success in Warzone, and like just for
And he knows how tough
Yeah.
Challenger is going to be as a whole this
you got to
season.
think for these
Right.
guys that like are not like basically like not baby phase. Like these guys are like
Yeah.
there's no set income. There's no set anything for these guys right now.
No.
And so they're probably gonna like start finding things that they're gonna be able to provide for themselves. Like, I don't know, like you just gotta imagine these like not top AMs are kind of, you know, it'd be a nerve-wracking situation to be in where you're not guaranteed anything.
There's a ton of pressure on your performance every day.
No guarantee of money. And I think maybe he's just like, you know what? I think Warzone will be a long-standing thing. Let me get into this right now, and then fight.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
They're in the passion pit.
Passion pit. Yeah.
That's for sure. But yeah, so the other side of things there is that Wuskin said that he kind of was like, yo, I'll be back.
Yeah.
I'll be back. And he was kind of like giving a guarantee on Twitter. I mean, it was more just like, seemed like a little bit more like hype than anything.
Yeah.
But someone had talked to CDL Intel like, yo, like what's up with Wuskin? Has he signed it with anyone yet? And the guy, and you know, Intel was like, nope, definitely not on a CDL team.
Yeah.
And then Wuskin was like, I'll be back, Crone, don't you worry. And so he's given some, you know, words of affirmation.
Crazy how that happened.
I know.
And again, how did he not end up on Paris?
On Paris. I mean, I just don't get that.
Aqua, Wuskins. I mean,
and
like,
unless Scraps literally was like behind the doors, like, I don't want to play with him, but like that seems so unlikely.
I
it
really
seems
doubt
so
that.
not. Yeah, like
After they finished top 4 champs,
I know.
like why wouldn't Scraps want to play with Wuskin?
Right. Well, then even
Or
Wuskins
Wuskins
was like
Scraps.
congratulating Scraps and stuff. So like there was bad blood between
there's no
brothers.
way.
You know?
There's no way.
The way I
So
see
again,
it,
it's got that team had to have been a coach, like total coach centered how they formed Paris. It was like,
So weird.
the way I see it is, it's like about who they were like possibly teaming with, and that like possibly classic Aqua, Fire, maybe who knows. One or two of those guys were like, I can't team with both of them, but I will team with Scraps.
no way Fire said that.
No, yeah, no.
Fire didn't say anything. He just happened to be in the room.
Yeah, no, that's why I said Fire.
Yeah.
Like it had to be a thing where like someone like was not willing to team with both of them at the same time for some reason.
If anything, maybe I think Classic is like he could have been picked up. Like he did not do that bad in Modern Warfare.
Classic should have been a replacement of Bance. Bance should not be on that team.
And I think a lot of people think that way,
Yeah.
and so maybe Classic and Aqua are kind of close, and Classic's like, okay, me and you, we're sticking this out, like we're brothers through this. So like when I go in, I am gonna bring you with me.
Yeah.
And then maybe it was a battle of stock between Scraps and Classic, and then
Well, it's just weird because like in all their years, Classic teamed with Theory and Back and Ghost for like a short amount of time, but Classic's never teamed with Aqua, which is interesting. It's like
that's weird.
these guys have
It's just
played that
weird.
long and they've never played together until now, and like
That's strange.
Theory's never played with Aqua.
Have
So
any
it's
of them
like-
ever played with each other?
And
It
so
makes
Scraps
no
has never
sense.
played with any of them, and of course Fire hasn't.
Yeah.
So it's like just a weird, most unpredictable combination of 4
I
players.
want to pick Theory's brain so bad because he has to be the mastermind behind that
I hope
team.
so.
He's the only person.
Or Paris just like had a hat and they were just like, well,
I know. It could either be this would be one of those things where it's like
Zeke.
the smartest thing ever, or it literally is just a random draw
Yeah.
of whoever.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's possible.
Possible.
But yeah, very fun, very fun. Let's talk some GAs. So basically, as you guys know, the AK47 was officially GA'd in the North
Wow,
American
yay.
scene.
Europe was
Yay.
right. Europe was right.
Hooray. Europe was, yeah. Oh,
GAs.
so annoying, dude.
That's annoying.
I mean, again, like, at least from my experience, the AK was the best overall AR.
Probably.
But, like, in my opinion, it didn't feel OP, but
No.
I didn't play enough Respawn or anything to get a great feel for it. I'm mostly
Right.
playing S&D here, so I'm not the end-all, be-all authority on gun OP gun experiences, but I don't know, man. When we're starting to GA, I thought the AK was going to make it through the NA side.
It is. I don't know. It is just a weird thing because, yeah, it didn't seem like it was that overpowered. Like, yeah, it's best gun, but
No.
we've always had that. Like, everyone else uses that best gun.
Yeah, that's what's weird to me. Is in past years you GA the guns like the tactical rifles and like the 1 or the 2 kill like tac rifles or whatever it is, those types of weird guns.
Right.
We've never been GAing ARs and SMGs off the rip of games, and this year it's just been really weird in that way.
Yeah.
So like it rubs me just a little bit the wrong way. I mean, I totally understand if the players truly think that it's just not competitive and it's better to have the MP5 Krig or the AK-74U Krig meta, then I guess I can get behind it. But like,
Well, I even think I saw a simp out there tweeting about it. He's like, he's like, I can beat the AK, and we know Simp, probably one of the best players to play COD, and he thinks I can beat the AK. It's not as so powerful as everyone thinks. Like you just got to be better.
Yeah, I mean, Optic and FaZe were using the AK in their scrims basically like right before the GA came through.
Mhm.
Right. Wonder where that came from.
I know. Like you'd see like Formal and them like switching between Krig and AK and
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this GA. I mean,
no,
it doesn't get me excited at least, but
seems strange.
Yeah, it's just I'm gonna talk a lot more about this in a video tomorrow when it comes to like the ideal COD and how the GAs come to play and everything. But yeah, not ideal. Other thing is that CDL Intel continue to talk about where the pros are at with streaks right now.
Yeah.
And that it seems like we're about good to go with streaks with it being almost like officially in the rules now.
That's awesome.
They're using 1600 for streak 1, 2000 for streak 2, and that's kind of how they're playing out with it right now. And they're using 2 streaks, and that's it. And it seems to be working pretty well.
Yeah,
overall. I've been enjoying it.
I wish I knew what they were going to be S&D. Are they going to be using the RC and S&D?
No, I don't think so.
Think so?
No.
Just the 2.
I like the RC. I like the aspect of the RC
classic
coming
old school
in.
COD stuff.
Yeah, because it's always fun. But again,
What's the last
those
game to use it? BO3?
I think
They
so.
used to use
It's a
RC.
jetpack game, so it's
Yeah.
that and this
Or
up to the ground. Too.
IW was
Did IW use it?
IW used the freaking
Yeah.
Hover car.
cover car thing.
But yeah,
I
no,
liked
for
it,
sure.
but I kind of get it. But yeah, I wish it was there. But
Thank
I get
goodness.
it.
I mean, we could have not had streaks. So
Hey, at least we got some streaks.
Yeah. That gets me excited. And then the last piece of like GA discussion is what map's going to be used for control right now isn't officially decided yet between Moscow and Raid.
Yeah.
As the third map. The other 2 maps are what? Checkmate and Garrison? I think off the top of my head, if I remember right. So they're looking for 3 control maps, and they're deciding between Moscow and Raid now. Obviously, I'd rather watch Raid. How do you guys feel about it?
Raid for sure.
I think I haven't played Raid Control, so like I really would need to watch it and play it to just see how it plays out because we've never seen that.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious about that. If it plays well, definitely do Raid. But Moscow, as we know, is like I think is it point B that's over there?
A, right?
Is it point A? What's in the square with the fountain?
I should know. Yeah, I think it's
I
A.
know.
Either way,
Yeah.
that one's so difficult to break.
Oh yeah.
And so
it's impossible.
like, yeah, it's impossible. So like, you really don't want Moscow, and if Raid
Yeah.
is even like a little bit better, and Raid.
When it comes to watching, I've really disliked watching Moscow. Basically in every game. I mean, S&D's okay, but like
S&D's okay from Moscow.
Hardpoint and has been terrible. It's not fun to watch.
It's not that. Yeah, it's not that
Weird.
very just like find a spot and you sit there.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's not a. I don't think it's like an uncompetitive hardpoint map. Moscow.
No, when the spawns got tweaked, it was a little bit better. Last other little few random things here that are definitely worth mentioning. Top 10 esports teams and players was that whole list that was put out there, which was pretty interesting. And COD's hanging in there, baby. COD's right there with the best of them when it comes to biggest esports prize pools of 2020. Dallas Empire took the lead there with 1.8 million. The Shock were at 1.56 million. Liquid 1.46 million. So Atlanta FaZe in there up there as well with 1.19 million. And some of the players were there. First of all, why in the world is chess on here?
I know. That's pretty funny.
Chess
What
is
in
so
the world
strange.
does that even mean?
Well, they play online. They play on chess.com.
It's
I
freaking
think.
stupid.
It is
Like,
kind
bro,
of. I get it. They're playing on a computer and they're playing chess, but like
King Henry III's like, well, one day this will be deemed an e-sport.
are we gatekeeping like sports does with esports now? Is that us?
Dude,
Have the tides turned a little bit?
Goodness.
That means
Go
that-
check yourself before you
Oh,
wreck
my
yourself,
word.
guys.
This means that they need to go back to like the 6th century or like whenever chess was created.
Yeah.
How many people were making money off chess back then?
Well,
Yeah, dude.
here's the thing. Chess
Bro, that would be
being
so
I
interesting.
know.
chess being considered an esport, I think is going to be a positive look on esports as a whole and the industry.
Yeah.
So if we don't include it, we don't get that, we have chess anymore. So I think as a whole, it's positive.
But
you
it
can
makes
question-
no sense.
It's how people like, is cheerleading a sport or whatever? It's like,
chess is I would deem it a sport, but it ain't an e-sport. It doesn't even make sense.
I mean, they play on a computer. I mean, why not just take it?
These-
Just take it as
There
an
needs to be a
esport.
third
It's
category.
good to have that.
Board sports. chessboard, board game sports, board game
B Sports.
B Sports.
B
Josh. Isn't that
Josh.
Isn't that a Twitter handle? B Sport Josh.
Yeah.
Josh
I can
B
get behind
Sports?
that. You know.
Board sports games.
Yeah, like, dude, bro. I wonder if there was like a pro circuit back in the medieval times,
Well,
like
people.
chess.
People were like waging back then. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Dude,
Like,
definitely.
so like they need to go
Two
back.
silver
Royal
coins.
Highness Thomas III is 647 and 12 in his pro career.
They need to go back and see if they have like records. Like, this dude
Like,
was like made, including inflation.
Power rankings, King Henry VIII.
Yeah, power rankings, dude. Yes.
And you had people like you had like the podcasts of people like talking in the streets,
In the
like,
streets.
you are so wrong. Your power rankings suck, and they all stone him.
Throw tomatoes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I love it.
If it's likes flowers.
Flowers.
This is what I can get
I
behind.
agree.
We need to make a skit about this. But yeah, anyway, obviously the biggest earners in esports, basically you're right there with
Dallas Empire.
we got freaking all the Dallas Empire squad. You got the 5 Dallas Empire squads. And then Celium and Simp slid in there at 9 and 10 right behind Hikaru. Gosh, dang
I
it.
love Hikaru.
I mean, he is chill. I mean,
He's pretty
I
cool.
respect him because he makes content, so I can get behind that.
Yeah, and his streams are fun too. But
Yeah.
here's the thing that it's kind of confusing to me. It shows these top 10 esports teams of 2020. It says Dallas Empire is number 1. But what happened to League of Legends Worlds? That was like a 6-point-some million
Yeah, so I
prize
was a little
pool.
confused by that. So I don't really know.
And I
Is it
don't think
just
Dota
2020?
did it. But
Was it not in 2020? It had to have been.
it was 2020 Worlds 2020.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
what
it
it's
had to have
called.
been. Yeah, I don't know how that works.
So yeah, that's what is confusing to me. But it is what it
It's
is.
like split up.
I mean, I guess you split it between the 5 players, but is it 5 players?
Plus
1, 2, 3,
coach,
4.
maybe?
Yeah, it's 5.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't know.
But still, 6 point. Each player
think
got
there
like a
applies
million.
here.
You think it would be like they were like the next
That is weird.
players? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how that plays out, but yeah, that was interesting. Then in other news, Scump Crim finally dropped their beef, dude.
Woo! That's
Yeah,
fun.
Like out of the absolute blue, right at the end of the year, And I mean, it's been so long since our last podcast,
I know.
a whole year since our last podcast.
Wow.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Had to drop that one.
But basically, Crim just tweeted at Scump like, "Yo, drop beef if I be your New Year's kiss," and Scump was like, "LMAO, this is the last thing I was expecting today. Leave it in 2020."
Mhm.
And the
fun.
beef is gone, man.
That's
the beef
nice.
is gone, which sucks. I'm pissed.
Holy cow! You just got really mad.
Very opinionated about this. I'd like to hear
want
more.
the drama.
Or should
Okay, I want Scump to drop a diss track on Crim 6. That's what I
Do
want.
you?
Yeah.
I mean, it had
That's
to be
what-
starting to get stressful because, like,
I mean, how long till we drop a diss track on the CODcast?
oh my god.
Do
Do you think we could out rap Nameless and Pac-Man?
No.
Easily.
You think we could?
Although they have Vonderhaar Elite on their side, who does rap.
That's true. They do have Vonderhaar Elite.
I'd rather not go up against that.
Gersh.
So.
Gersh now. He's not
Shout
Vonder.
out Gersh.
He's Gersh, not Vonderhaar
Oh
Elite
yeah,
anymore.
man. Gersh is going.
Got respect.
But yeah,
Shout out Gersh.
nah, yeah, we'll drop a diss track on the CODcast. No
Mhm.
free shout outs. I don't even know who they are.
Yeah. Who? COD who?
Huh? I don't know.
Next topic.
Warzone's chalked.
Is it?
It's so chalked, dude. Yeah, so there's this whole thing going around with this new program, what is it called? Companion app? That
Companion.
basically you can download it for PC, and
so.
it'll tell you the KDs, the score per minutes, basically of everybody in the lobby that you're in. And so, thinking ahead, you're like, oh, that's nice. Like you can kind of know, is the lobby are there hackers in my lobby? Oh, that's nice. I can know that.
Yeah.
But then you're like, wait a second. You can
Tournaments.
in tournaments, you can just go in, join a lobby, and then, oh my word, there's like all 2+ KDs in this lobby. We're leaving.
Yeah.
And then just search for new lobbies until you find cheap ones, and then you dominate that one, then you keep searching for lobbies till you find another good one.
Yeah.
I mean, so people are saying like, people have potentially been using this for a while now,
Mhm.
and it's just kind of getting found out in the public eye.
Yeah.
I mean, thoughts on this program as a whole? There's also a whole skill-based matchmaking side of things as well.
Well, I'm just impressed that they have a companion app that works, to be honest. Every
True.
COD companion app I've seen has always been super
Well, this one's not
scuffed.
official. This one's not officiated by Activision.
Official COD.
Oh, so
opinion.
maybe it's still Scump? I haven't looked at it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's the thing, though. There is no way to like stop that, though. Like, people are like,
Well,
if they block this, they're gonna like just make another program, another one.
before they took away your ability to look at lobby leaderboards in game.
Yeah.
It's like before you had the lobby leaderboards, you could click on people's profiles and see their score per minute, see their KDs. Now you can't click on anybody's profile and see any stats that they have.
Yeah.
You can't look at lobby leaderboards and see the stats of the people who are in your lobby because they want to be able to run skill-based matchmaking without us noticing it.
Yeah.
And so like it feels so dirty, and the fact that somebody made this is like a step in the right direction to fight against skill-based matchmaking in the sense that like, dude, like how lame is it that like, because you're good, you're only going to be in lobbies in a battle royale with other great players as well. It really sucks.
I mean, this is just the problem with having battle royale as like that thing. It's like it relies so much on just random lobbies. So it's like, why should we stop this? Freedom of information because people don't want to cheat in these competitive matches.
Right.
But like, how do you stop that? Like, that's just someone coding to show KDs. Like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything cheap about seeing what their KD is.
I know, dude.
Right. I think
I don't
the
know.
best like battle royales have always been something like
It's
I wish it would work competitively, but it's
so
too
hard
much
to.
RNG happening.
Too much.
To be competitive. Unless you could in Warzone it's probably the least RNG out of all of them.
Yeah, you get loadouts and you're able to purchase your own weapons and things like that.
Exactly.
And buybacks.
Mhm.
Exactly. But the only way I could see it happening is if they just have to do full lobbies of the participants of the tournament.
Yeah, get
just
get
do
100
that
people
and
full
have
lobby.
custom lobbies of it.
Yeah, because
That's the only way I could see it working.
Yeah. But then it completely changes the dynamic of how it plays. And
It does.
I don't really think, like we've seen it with people prefer to watch kill races than they do to prefer to watch trying to like do PUBG or Fortnite styles. Like people legitimately just prefer slay out all the noobs in your lobby and get as many kills as possible. And that's how you win. And like,
I know.
Well,
I would think I prefer that in battle royales. If I'm watching a competitive battle royale tournament, I'd rather watch a kill race than watch a team, or then like a point system where like a kill's worth X amount and a win is worth this amount, and like
But it's
that's
so
what
hard
they tried to do with H1 or PUBG.
yeah, PUBG did it as well. Yeah,
It's so hard to sustain that though, because as people just get generally better,
right.
how do you do these noob kill races? That's just like the hardest part. Like, and like you can't get mad at someone for creating an app that just shows information.
Right.
That's not
and
really
Warzone,
cheating.
Their biggest issue right now is that so many tournaments are doing like the you get a match on your own. Like you're not competing directly in the lobby with another team at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the ones that make sense is duo kill races where you hop into a squad.
Yeah.
And then you're playing against each other in
like
duo
they did
kill
in
races.
Fortnite. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense because then you're in the same lobby at least, so it's fair.
Yeah.
But if you're doing just kill
Random lobbies.
on your own hosts, makes no sense.
No.
Yeah. You got a good point. Even if they could even set up a way where it's like, we're going to join in as 4, but we're only doing duos. Here's the team.
Yeah.
Now put us in that lobby so we can do the kill race that way.
And both teams that you play as duos and as a team of 4 though.
But you can group up as a team of 4, but when you get into game, it splits you into two teams.
Yeah. I think that's really the only real way to do it. Just play duos, 2v2s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or like you limit the amount of people can back out of a match.
You just
like,
literally everyone has to stream.
You have to stream the whole time, and if you back out more than however many times, bar disconnecting for some reason.
Right. But then
That's the
certain
only way to
teams will
do
just
it.
happen to disconnect at the beginning of lobbies more than others.
So it's just I don't know how to like do that well.
Yeah, no, it's sketch, dude. It's impossible. I mean, again, it's a battle versus skill-based matchmaking in my head that like it allows players to actually track like how hard the skill-based matchmaking works and what triggers it and what doesn't. And like, people are talking about like the whole router thing with, using routers to geolocate your connections so you can play with certain areas to try to limit how much of a scope the skill-based matchmaking can take into account versus connection and all these things. So it's like a constant battle versus Activision and Treyarch and the developers about skill-based matchmaking, how it all plays out. It's just crazy.
I don't even think it's not even totally a skill-based matchmaking thing. People would still be doing this with or without skill-based matchmaking because they want the easy lobby.
Right.
They'll go in and be like, this one's a little too tough. And they go out and they'll go back in until they find one they like,
Yeah.
Even if skill-based matchmaking is there or not, that's what's going to happen. Without it, you have a better chance of just staying.
Right.
But
Well, I mean, I think Apex Legends does it in a pretty interesting way, at least. If skill-based matchmaking wasn't in Apex. But like the weird thing is that when you play pubs on Apex, some lobbies are literally sweatier than ranked play. Like if you're like an elite player and you go into a pubs lobby, it actually might be sweatier than a ranked play.
Really?
Which makes no sense. But like they originally had it in a good system because right when league play came out for Apex, you know, it was like total bots in one where you're playing pubs and then you go play your sweatiness in league play. So that made sense for it. And Fortnite was doing that for a while too until skill-based matchmaking kicked in. And then it's like everyone gets pissed. But it's like, I don't know if you guys saw, did either of you see Exclusive Ace's video on skill-based matchmaking?
No. Maybe remnants.
He was talking about it. He's like, I don't know what the end-all be-all is, but eventually it's like, it works in the short term, but it's not going to work in the long term. Because I mean, you take out skill-based matchmaking, you know, instead you only have the one good player in the lobby doesn't play as long versus the, you know, 11 other players in the lobby who are still enjoying their time.
Yeah.
Because like in the reverse situation, if there's one god player on one team and he's just dominating you, and then it pisses you off and you get off for the night, versus skill-based matchmaking where you have an equal lobby, it's very competitive. Even if you're not good, it's just competitive and it's fun more. Yeah. So I get it that like skill-based matchmaking in itself, strong skill-based matchmaking punishes the best players and just makes it less fun because of inherently that's how it is. But for the far majority of players, it makes it more fun and they don't complain about it. But the problem is everyone who's good is a content creator and they complain constantly on Twitter.
Yeah.
And so that speaks to that casual fan base, and the casual fan base follow what the content creator is saying as well.
And the good players are more likely to be connected to the scene and know that skill-based matchmaking actually exists versus a casual player who may not just be completely
Maybe
oblivious.
Somebody doesn't watch at all,
Yeah, so that's kind of a difference as well. Because I know I've had some friends who are like, bro, I was dropping, like, I almost got a nuke in this game, and then I'll play with them. I'm like,
you're trash.
I mean, like, we were playing, like, you know, and, like, he's going, like, double negative. I'm like, there's no way he got a nuke. But it's like skill-based matchmaking, he almost got a nuke.
Yeah.
It's like, what in the world?
Right.
That would never happen back on Black Ops 2.
No.
You know, like, what? So it's just crazy. But, yeah. Anyway, I think we can get into our first of two segments today.
Yeah.
Which we're going to be talking about the future of Call of Duty in a more bigger conversation. So let's get right into it. Let's go.
This is the price we pay for what we do.
Alrighty. So what we're talking about here is kind of the leaks that have been seeping around the COD community the last 24 hours or so. So basically from the group of leakers that gives out a lot of information, like Tom Henderson and all those guys and the Gaming Revolution, that squad of people have had a lot of talk about Advanced Warfare 2 and COD World War 3 and the fact that it's almost for sure that Sledgehammer is the one that's making this game that's releasing in 2021.
Well, they seem to be thinking it's going to be future based. Like, even if it's like boots on the ground, like COD World War 3, obviously World War.
But it could happen at any point.
Right, so it could be like present time, just like a
Modern Warfare 3
history or alternate future.
There's a big conversation to have here. The first one, of course, let's start off with which game would you rather have? And like, then how realistic is it that there's actually exosuits or advanced movement in some sort, even if you want it, you know? So, first of all, I think I know what your answer is, but which game would you rather have?
Advanced
COD
Warfare
World
2.
War 3 or Advanced Warfare 2?
AW2. I am super biased, I will admit it, but I would I want to relive all the AW moments, the competitive uplinks. That would be amazing. However, it will never happen because of Warzone, and there's no way they're going to have a exosuit Call of Duty.
At least not for a while.
Yeah, so until those two are merged, there's just no way. Those are my thoughts.
I mean, these are just names. So like, we don't know what the game could look like. Advanced Warfare 2 would imply that it'd be like Advanced Warfare, the first one. COD World War 3, it can't be like, it's gonna be like World War 2 because like I assume it's gonna be present-ish or somewhat future-ish times.
MW3, that's what I would assume.
I mean,
it'd be
Advanced
like.
Warfare 3
MW3
and World War 3 Advanced Warfare 2 and World War 3 could be the same game.
It could be.
Yeah.
But like,
I would prefer.
There's just no way they're going to do it again because of Warzone.
Because realistically, CoD World War 3 would be basically every Call of Duty that's ever existed that takes place in the present/future.
Yeah.
I mean, almost
they
all
get
of them.
full reign of the storyline because it comes down to campaign, really, when it comes to the title of the game. So,
Yeah.
Which is funny.
And the guns and stuff, but the campaign is what tells everything about it.
Yeah.
So World War III is going to be literally, they're going to have to write a whole new story. At least with Cold War, they had something to go off of.
Yeah.
And it's based in somewhat of truths and facts. But World War III is like, it's a full brand new story.
Right. And
which is a
generally,
lot
these
to do.
devs, because the game's so big, they don't really want to deal with current.
No way.
They don't want to deal with Putin and with China and with
current event stuff.
Changes.
Yeah, they don't want to deal with that.
Could knock out a player base.
Because you don't want to mention Putin because then things are gonna go downhill real quick. And so generally, like if CoD World War 3 is a very good title, like I mean, like that is an intriguing title, CoD World War 3. Like I think that gets me really interested.
Because I don't even know what it's gonna look. That's the thing.
It's
Like I don't have an image.
Right. And so like in my head, like that's really interesting. Versus like Advanced Warfare 2, which is like a little bit longer. It's like more like worded down. It's a sequel. Versus CoD World War 3 could in theory have been its own game. But then it's even also more interesting because you just released CoD World War 2. And so then like moving forward, it's kind of fun.
It is. I like the creativity that World War III would provide. But I guess that Sledgehammer's had 3 years now to develop this game if they've been working on it this whole time.
Question.
That's the question I had was, is this the game that was supposed to come out
last year?
Cold War, or is this a brand new game that they switched
to?
So
they've only been working on it for a year and a half.
Yeah,
So
like how long have they been working on it? If they've only been working on it for like a year, I don't think it's going to be World War III because that's a lot of storyboard and a lot of stuff that you'd have to you have to make that from practically
you have to speed
scratch
so fast, and
go make that whole thing.
That's an interesting angle.
Whereas with Advanced Warfare 2, you go off of Advanced Warfare 1, you got something to kind of like use already.
Yeah, and I mean in that situation, I think it's still Advanced Warfare 2 would not have exosuits. It would be like an EMP situation where the exosuits don't work, or like some sort of situation where they do not have exosuits.
Sure.
Well, let's come down to the real question: is Uplink coming back?
please.
In Advanced Warfare 2. If they name it Advanced Warfare 2, Uplink will be there.
But if it's boots on the ground,
Here's
it won't
the thing:
be there.
is World War II tried it with the football game Gridiron,
which was bad,
and it was terrible. So it's like Uplink doesn't work without jetpacks.
It doesn't.
It doesn't work. So
like we've been saying. I think
and here's the thing: is that Uplink was the best third game mode that we've ever had. I think. I'm sure other people.
I mean,
have
Control BO4 was so much fun.
Dude, you cannot say Control was better than Uplink.
Well,
no
sorry,
chance.
your mic got caught right here.
Jeez.
I mean, it's not better than Uplink.
Not the same either.
But
Uplink is better.
In the future, you're never gonna have. I'd rather have a boots on the ground Control than an advanced movement Uplink.
Really?
So that's
You're
why.
Crazy, dude. Like
It was just so much fun to watch.
I think if they would just do if it's called Advanced Warfare 2, Uplink will have to be in. Like, how could they just? I mean, unless you think they just go to the Gridiron mode.
No,
but isn't this where Uplink was introduced?
It would be
as an
CTF.
Advanced Warfare
It'd be CTF
or Control. Again,
it would be
you know?
weird though. I don't know, dude. I just don't see Uplink ever coming back due
I
to
don't
the
either.
fact that
Well, eventually it
will-
could.
It has to come back. It was the best third game mode.
Again, Warzone has such a strong
Yeah,
foothold in the community.
Warzone is
and they're-
basically COD at this point.
They're not gonna diverge off of a similar mode, a similar feel than Warzone.
How about this?
Unless they're willing to change Warzone's engine,
How about this?
which I don't know if
You
they're
can keep
ever going to.
Warzone how you have it. You call it, Advanced Warfare 2 or World War 3, whatever. Most of it, you have maps that are in space that allow you to use the jetpacks, and those are your uplink maps. And they only play uplink.
Oh, we're back on this.
These maps. I'm not getting off this because it needs to happen. If you want the COD League to succeed, I'm speaking to you guys. You need to bring uplink back. It was the best mode, and just carry it over. Those 3 game modes. It was the best. But you have like some maps in space, so like you have some that have the exosuit. Then you have the ones on Earth where you don't get that exosuit. But only when you play uplink are you provided an exosuit.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, why
it
can't
would
we
be
just do
really
that?
interesting to see Sledgehammer's game on this new engine that the new and improved engine that that Modern Warfare ushered into COD.
which I'm not a fan of.
I'm not opposed to it.
I just don't like the Battlefield feel. I wish it was more of the arcadey feel.
I mean, maybe I don't feel like I really get that from Cold War much though.
Really? I don't know. It's just like the whole like look of it too.
Really,
It just looks like a Battlefield game.
Cold War,
Yeah.
a little bit.
I
Satellites.
didn't
a
really
little
get
bit
that
like
vibe from Modern Warfare though. It's just kind of how Treyarch designed their maps.
I got that.
I
I mean,
know.
I know what he's saying. Like they very much do. Like with the doors was a big indicator,
Yeah. Well,
the
kind of
door-
like how that was
excuse me.
moving.
The doors were a whole different issue.
The movement in Modern Warfare was not totally Battlefield-esque, but you can tell they were really trying to go for that role play style of
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, I mean, I see what he's saying about it.
No.
What would you put your money on? This, CoD World War 3, Advanced Warfare 2, or a whole new game? What would you put your money on? Would actually be the case. Order them in most likely to least likely.
I think Advanced Warfare 2 is the least likely. Unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah.
Beating out behind new game. A brand new title.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I just feel like people
I
were
agree,
so
actually.
scorned. Like, think about like the developers
It
when
would piss
like
people off just seeing the name.
yeah, think of the developers like in the midst of like the IW era where it's like we do not want advanced movement anymore. Like I think they were scorned, like to the point where
Yeah.
like they're
See,
not willing to.
CoD World War 3 is a safe title.
Yes, very safe.
But also interesting. A new title could potentially be the case.
Here's the thing: I'm not getting safe title vibes from COD World War 3, and it's probably because it has World War in it. And
Yeah.
those games for me have not been my favorite games to play.
Well, they're so bland.
They're so bland.
Well-
I hate the grainy, and I hate the.
Well, that was CoD World War 2,
great-
though. It was based
well, World
in...
at War, same sort of vibes.
I
People
guess.
loved World at War, but,
But again,
it was
those are
also
both,
early
those are
COD
both
days.
old...
But I wasn't a fan of it back then.
Those are all games set in the past.
Games set in the past have not been my favorite. I mean, Cold War has actually been pretty good.
Yeah.
But
There's color.
it has color. And games set in the past, and Sledgehammer is notorious for this, of just, they like those gray, dry
Well,
colors.
Advanced Warfare wasn't bad.
Advanced Warfare wasn't bad. That was actually a gem.
So they're one
It
for
is a
two.
gem.
1 for 2. Who made World at War?
Treyarch.
Treyarch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, like, I don't know. I think World War 3 is pretty fun. I'd be excited about World War 3, and I'll put that as most likely. Second most likely is, I think Advanced Warfare 2 is still semi-likely. I feel like they're not going to go with a brand new title.
Well, how successful was Advanced Warfare 1?
Very successful.
I don't know.
As a competitive game, very
Well,
successful.
I don't know about a casual game,
Casual
though.
game, I have no idea.
I think it did pretty well. I mean, I remember talking to like some, casual buddies who didn't know anything about anything, and they were like, "Oh, did you play the new COD, Advanced Warfare?"
Yeah.
Yada. I'm like, "Dude, I know everything about that."
Yeah.
But I think it did pretty well.
I'm pretty sure Advanced Warfare had like one of the highest view counts for a
Advanced
for an
Warfare
event.
is the 7th most sold COD out of 16, so right down the middle.
Wow. It's pretty good. What's the least most?
COD World War 2?
So you would imagine they're not going to use that World War name in it, because that's like,
COD World War 2 was 9th,
9th. Well, so Advanced Warfare, AW did better than World War II.
but AW was coming off of BO2 Ghosts
Yes.
in its COD's prime.
Sure was.
and if I'm being honest, I don't feel like it's going to be either of these like names. I think it's going to be like, I don't know, man. I really don't. Are they going to try and keep them in the history thing?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. I
If
think
you go modern, where do you go?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm almost confident it's going to be a modern / slightly in the future type game.
I can't believe there's been 17 Call of Duties.
I'll vote
That's
Advanced Warfare
insane.
2. Why
It's
not?
insane, man.
I'll vote Advanced Warfare 2. I think.
Oh wow, okay.
How many like warfare names can you come up with?
Yeah.
Modern Warfare, Advanced Warfare, Warfare, Fair of War 3.
Well, we've had 2 Modern Warfares.
2 Modern
and Modern Warfare
Warfares,
2.
Modern Warfare 2,
Modern Warfare 3.
Modern Warfare 3.
You just remember the Black
World
Ops
of
games.
War,
Come
World of
on.
Wars.
You know how it goes. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think that's about it for it. Overall, I mean, we're going to have to listen for more news, but I'm pretty confident that Sledgehammer's making this game. And basically, they talked about how they threw out some teasers, and the leak guy didn't say it directly, but he put some sledgehammers in his like Twitter page and stuff. And
How about Call of Duty Stern Negotiations?
What? Where did you get that from?
We're done with warfare. We just want to talk it out.
Call of Duty diplomatic solutions.
Yeah.
You just get like a room with six other people. It's like mash
Call of Duty
A.
lunch break.
Dialogue. Speak it out. That would be pretty funny. Anyway.
Oh,
Somehow they apply uplink in that, dude. It'd be so funny.
Dude, yeah,
You
dude.
throw your pencil in the trash can. Throw a lot of paper in the trash can.
Like you're like cubicles up. Like, all right. There you go. There you go, Tim.
Score streak,
no.
paper airplane.
Boom. Got him. But yeah, I think with that, we can probably get into our fun game here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Without further ado, let's play to win. Let's go.
Hello, you play to win the game.
Yes, sir. Game time. Oh, boy. You know, I'm about to get these dubs. So, what we're doing today, we're going to be playing like basically, it's like a mixture of passwords, like the game shows, and like 21 questions, kind of like a hybrid game. So, let's say I'm the host, and I'm going to have a code. The code is hot dog, but it's going to be COD related for all of ours, but this is a test. So, then we're playing 21 questions where each person's going to basically get a question to ask, a yes or no question. So is it a thing? Is it a person? I'll be like, no. And each person only gets 3 guesses per round. So when you use a guess, like that matters. So you don't just throw your guesses out there. Are we doing the guessing sound?
Maybe.
Okay, so everyone has to have a guessing sound when you guess. When you're submitting an official guess, you have to make this sound. What's your sound?
Cheetle.
Okay. Sam, what's yours?
Try to do actual beep. Beep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Beep. If I can't do that R roll, it's gonna be hard. Beep. Yeah.
Okay. And
What's yours? Oh man.
all right.
Okay.
Here we go, boys. It's game time. This is what you guys are here for. I'm actually really excited for this one. So, who wants to lead us off?
I'll do it.
Okay, lead us off. So it'll be me v Rex.
Mhm.
Sam's
Okay.
leading us off as the host here.
Yeah. Okay.
What's your word?
I'm not gonna tell you my word.
Is it a
Figure it out.
person?
All right, Rex is going first.
Is
No.
it a person?
No.
All right. Is it a thing?
No.
Okay.
Yes. No.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Is it a game mode?
No.
Is it an item?
No.
What? Is it a concept?
No.
Dude, what? It's nothing?
It's a thing, but
Oh,
like
okay.
it's. Keep guessing.
Is it a movement?
Do you use it in game?
You don't use it.
Okay.
Is it a movement?
No.
Is it a saying?
Can be.
Okay.
Does it start with the letter R?
No.
Is it an organization?
No.
Okay.
It can be a saying,
It can be a saying.
but it's not always a saying.
It's not always a saying.
It's also sort of a thing.
Sort of a thing.
All right, guys.
You can
So
see
chat out
it.
there. We're sort of a thing.
You can see it.
Okay. In like a physical virtual form?
Yes. On the map.
Okay.
You can see it.
Whoa. This is way too many. Dude, don't give us give it away. Okay. All right.
Are organizations involved with it?
No.
Is it only in certain games?
Yeah.
Certain COD games?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not in all COD games.
Not necessarily.
Dude, what are with these answers? Everything's
I don't know.
maybe or no.
It can be considered 2 different things.
Okay. All right.
It can be considered a.
Is it
or
an
could be-
attachment?
No.
Is it a sound?
No.
Is it in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War?
I think so.
Bro, this is ridiculous. Is it
Start thinking of like competitive aspects.
Okay. Keep going.
is it a flag?
No.
Is it a call out?
Yes.
Oh jeez.
Okay.
So I hope you understand why it's kind of weird.
That is weird.
Is it on Moscow? Well, he said maybe.
Wait, you said maybe
What do you mean?
for Black Ops Cold War. It's a call that's maybe in Black Ops Cold War.
Yeah, I actually don't know if this specific one is in Cold War.
Okay.
You're top grandmas.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go, baby. Oh, my goodness. Point on the board.
It's weird because it could be a location or a call out. You know what I'm saying?
The legendary call out grandmas.
Grandmas.
Is this the call out,
Yes.
baby?
Sorry, I know it's a little weird, but like I don't know what to.
I'm
Like,
surprised. I can't believe you got that.
Oh,
I
my
was like,
goodness. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
I'm
Good job.
hyped. All right. I guess I'll go then since
Go
I
for
won
it.
the point.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
This is going to be a tough one. Let's just say that.
Is this a thing?
Yeah.
Is it a call out?
No.
Is it an item?
No.
Is it a game mode?
Nope.
Is it a person?
Sort of.
Sort of a person. Is it
Don't get too caught up on that.
okay?
Yeah.
Is it colorful?
No.
Is it an operator?
No.
So it's a thing. Okay.
Person is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Don't,
Yeah.
don't focus on the person.
Okay. All right. Is it in Cold War?
No.
Is it real life?
Yes.
Is it a game?
No.
Is it a developer?
No.
Is it a game and it's not always not
It's real life.
alive? It's not in Cold War. Is it in Modern Warfare?
No. No. I said
Real
it's not
life.
it's not in a game.
It's not in. Oh, it's not. Yeah,
Real
oh,
life.
wait.
A company?
Does it make a sound?
It could.
So it's not an item. It's real life. Person seems kind of weird.
Yeah, it is. This is gonna make a lot more sense when you know what it is.
Yeah, I know. Think about it.
Is it an
Is it-
organization? Oh, sorry.
Is this real life thing used strictly in the competitive scene?
No. Definitely not.
Okay. Is it an organization?
No.
Could I hold it?
Dude, you guys did all these hard ones. Mine are,
Possibly.
like, easy.
Possibly can I hold it? Why was that funny? Dang it. Gosh,
So
dang
it's a
it.
thing in real life, and it's not in any CODs.
No.
It's kind of a person. I could hold it. I just
It's
wanna-
not a person.
not a person.
But
Probably like the gamer tag of a. Is it a gamer tag of a person?
No.
Would I have to travel to see it?
no, I mean no.
No. Okay.
No.
Are you saying that because you can see it online?
Should we well yes. Yes.
Yeah, yes. Okay.
Should we have like a hint? Like each person gets one like hint?
Okay.
Like a hint card?
Yeah.
Like to help or otherwise we could be here all day. So like we could
Yeah.
like drive our
Okay.
directions.
Yeah.
chose such hard ones.
I told you this one was gonna be tough
Yeah.
off the rip.
No, it's fun. Okay, hint me.
Yes, you see it online. It happened. It happened, but it's.
Is it an event?
You see it at an event or in an event. You see it on a broadcast.
Interesting.
Does it take in sound?
No,
Is it like a overlay of sort? No, it's real life. Is it a desk?
no,
Oh.
no.
So it appears on screen. Sometimes.
It has
Is it audible?
What?
Like-
audible.
Oh,
Is
look,
it only a sound? Or is it?
No,
it's
it's
not a
thing.
sound. It's a thing.
yeah. Don't
Does
get
it
stuck
have a
on that.
screen?
No.
It's
No, no, no.
kind of a person. I don't get
But
that.
you said it wasn't only for competitive.
Keep asking questions about the person aspect.
Okay.
Does it have hair?
Sure.
It's fuzzy.
No.
Could I talk to this thing?
No.
No. Is it an A? Sorry.
It doesn't make sounds.
I mean, it could.
Is it an AI?
No.
It could make sound. It's not a person. It's a thing. It's
kind
not in
of a
game.
person.
It shows up on broadcast.
I mean,
It
It
has
showed
kind of hair.
up on a broadcast.
It has showed up on a broadcast, and it has kind of hair, but not fuzzy. This is ridiculous.
insane. It's
Um,
insane.
Is it warm when you hold it?
Probably.
It's so strange.
Probably. Is it known for being warm when you hold it?
no.
Okay.
It showed up at a specific moment in COD history.
God, history.
So that was my other hint.
Golly.
Now ask about the moment where it showed up.
Okay, was it recently?
No.
Is it angry?
No.
Was it within the first 5 Call of Duties?
Yes. Well, no.
No.
Within
Not
the
if you
first,
start at COD 1.
Okay.
Was it in Modern Warfare 3?
No.
Was
Was
it
it-
Black Ops 2?
Yes.
So it's kind of hair, but not fuzzy and not a person. That's not known for sounds.
I'll give one last hint. Who turns it currently?
It was-
Mine.
Part of a person.
Oh, it's Cheetle. It enables missing thumb.
No, but that would be really good.
Does it have to do with Killa?
I mean, yeah. Yes. Sort of. He was there.
What?
It's taking way longer than I thought it was going to take.
Insane.
Again, it shows up on screen.
Mm-hmm.
These are things we already heard. It shows up on screen.
Yeah.
Black Ops 2. Killa was there.
Well, yeah.
It's kind of warm. It could be hairy.
Is this okay?
It's
bleep,
not a gamer tag.
bleep. Is this Parasite's butt crack?
Yes!
Oh my
Ding,
god.
ding, ding!
Can I hold it?
Oh my. Dude, that is difficult.
Can I talk to it?
Doesn't make noise.
Oh my gosh. That was amazing.
Oh my word, dude.
I see why you're laughing now. Oh my god. I'm like, wait, would he actually do this? Like Parasite's butt crack?
man.
Would he win champs?
Kind of a person.
Killa was there.
Yeah.
Killa was there.
Kind of a person.
Oh my gosh.
Part of
that's
a person.
Hilarious. That was a good one.
Thank
That
you,
was a
thank
good
you,
one.
thank you.
All right, my turn.
All right, yeah, Rex, you up.
All right.
Is it warm?
Sorry.
Sorry.
It's like you knew that it was.
I know. Okay. Is it a thing?
Yes.
Is it in game?
Yes.
Is it strictly competitive?
No.
Is it in all CODs?
I believe so.
Is it
Most CODs.
is it a type of gun?
Yes.
Oh. Is it a specific gun?
Yes.
Bleep. AK47.
No.
If I guess, can I then, if I like
You
ask
get
a
3
question?
guesses before
No,
you're
if I
out.
ask a question, can I then guess?
You sure?
Okay.
If you're faster than me,
Yeah.
Oh, frick.
I have 2 more.
Am I the
yes.
judge of who's faster?
Yes.
Well, I'll guess then.
Yep.
You're
Okay. Was that your sound?
a sniper?
No.
Do you want the specific name of this gun?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, no. No, say
Is it
no.
a category of guns?
No.
Mm.
No.
Mm. Is it a primary weapon?
No.
Oh.
Is it a pistol?
No.
Bleep. Is it a melee knife?
No.
You only have one
So,
guess left.
one guess left.
Oh. You're rocket launcher.
I'll count it. Yeah.
Yes.
Dang it.
Yes.
I put RPG. So-
Let's go, baby. Oh my goodness, boys. We're on fire out there, boys.
Oh my god. There we go. Woo!
Oh, it's much simpler. All right, Sam. Well, I guess you can go then.
Okay. Okay. This might be a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna
Okay.
be. It's gonna be kind of wonky too.
Wait, who got that point? You did.
I did.
And you got it. Okay, I have 0
So it's
points.
2, 1, 0. I got 2. Sam's got 1. Rex got 0.
How do you
Yes.
have 2?
He guessed
Yours
mine
and then Rex's.
and the Rex's. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Talking to you
Okay.
as if you're not here.
I'm a 0.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh, is it a person?
No.
Is it a thing?
No.
Is it in competitive COD?
Yes.
Is it a camo?
No,
Is it? It's not in game. Is it what you said?
not in game.
Okay. Is it like part of the
Oh.
CDL?
No,
Hmm.
And we already, it's a thing.
no, it's not.
It's a person.
No,
So it's not
But
a
what
thing.
did we
It's
say
not
it
a
was?
person.
Did we get to that yet?
No.
Is it a
Oh.
saying?
yes,
Oh, God.
Does Faye say it?
no,
Is it a call out?
no,
Do you say it when you're playing?
no,
Okay.
Is it a location?
no.
Would you say it while watching? Do
May-
you say it? Have you said it?
I have
Have I said it?
probably.
Is it associated with an organization
Yeah.
more than others?
Yes.
Does it start with the word you?
Is it an insult? Is it an insult?
Yes.
Wait, hold on. What are you saying yes to?
Is
it
it an insult?
Did Parasite say this?
No.
Did Killis say this?
No.
Okay, did
There's two more people on that team.
Karma said it?
No.
Mercs? Did Mercs? So
Yes.
Mercs
Oh.
said it.
Oh my word. I should know this.
First one to get it.
And it was in Ghost or Black Ops
It's
2?
something about money, but I can't remember what it is.
Yep.
Oh, Cheetle. Look at my bank account.
Look at my bank account.
Oh my word. Wow, that was pain and suffering, bruh.
Okay,
All
but
right.
like no
Your
one,
turn,
no
Josh?
one was guessing like trash talking. Like what else do I say
okay,
to
we
that?
should have used our hints sooner. Okay,
Yeah.
so, again, there's gonna be some bumps in the road in this game, considering it's our.
There might be some editing.
There might have
here.
been some editing there because we edited out some dead time where we had
Yes.
we lost track of some things.
Yes.
But basically, long story short, we can use the hints earlier.
Yes.
It's probably a good idea to use them
Yes.
earlier.
I think as an apology, Sam should do the look at my bank account and reenact it.
Look at my bank account.
Yes!
You're
All right.
sitting there watching me.
You're watching. All right, I got one
Yes.
right here.
Yeah.
So fire away.
Is it a person?
It's a person.
Envoy.
No. No.
You're lying.
Current
to me.
player.
No.
Not a current player. That limits 48 players.
I probably spiked that.
It's a person, remember?
I think that's what is the person in Black Ops
Oh.
2.
Did you play
No.
during Black Ops? Okay.
No.
Did you play during Ghosts?
He did not play.
Oh.
Is it a caster?
No.
Is it a associated with an org? Like
Nope.
So okay. Person who isn't around anymore.
might be around. Not a player. Not a caster.
Oh, I thought you said they weren't around anymore.
No, like I asked if
they were a
he's a current player. It said no.
No. It's not a player.
They were never a player.
No. Well, it could have been.
Were they ever on-screen talent?
No.
Never
Okay.
on-screen talent. They were never a player.
Okay.
Are they an org
Yeah.
owner?
The Adam app.
No.
No.
What a goat. What a goat. Not
a
him,
goat.
though.
Are they an org owner or ever an org owner?
Nope. Nope.
They're still involved with COD.
No.
Interesting. Would only competitive fans know of this person?
No.
Are they famous for anything else?
Yes.
Are-
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Were they an investor?
No.
Are they a YouTuber?
Sorta.
Do they ever
Hmm.
stream?
No.
No streams. Did they used to make Call of Duty content?
No. No.
I love these COD related things.
know.
Oh, this is COD related. Trust me.
The person though,
person.
Oh, it is.
fictional or real?
Real. Real.
Um,
Might want to ask gender.
female.
Female.
Yeah.
Brachito. Johanna Ferris.
No, but that's a good guess.
Mm.
Damn right. Oh, are they an AM?
No. No. No.
That was like that. I mean, like,
Again,
no one would know who that is.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I mean, yeah. Kind of.
Oh,
Not associated with. the team.
Cheetle. Sniper Wolf.
No. No, that's also a good. That was a really good guess. That was a really good guess. Very good guess.
What in the
Another
world?
girl that kind of YouTube's COD.
But Cyberwolf definitely YouTube's COD or YouTube's still.
They were never on-screen talent.
Not for COD.
Were they on-screen talent for Halo?
Not for esport.
Not for any. Okay. So okay, great.
What in the world, dude?
Were they on-screen talent on?
Ask about relationships.
Oh, there's someone's girlfriend.
Is this Yunette Garcia? Bleep? Is this Yunette Garcia?
It is. It's Yunette Garcia.
Guess it's COD related.
It is. It is. Let's go.
I think I guessed like 4 times.
I know you did.
All right, I got my next one.
Okay. Is person?
No.
My word.
A person.
Not a person. Okay. Is it? Do you see it in game?
Yes.
In game.
Oh. Okay.
Is it specific to one Call of Duty?
No.
Is it in every Call of Duty?
Not every Call of Duty.
Okay.
Is this a weapon?
No.
Do you use it in game?
Yes.
Do you use it to kill people in game?
No.
Is it part of the map?
Does it Does it help you kill
It's
people?
not part of the map.
Does it help you kill people?
No.
Is it an overlay of some sort? No. Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Is it a game mode?
No.
Is it part of the HUD?
No. So don't think, overlay, don't go
Okay.
there.
Okay. I'm not going to go there.
Is it on all maps?
Yeah, it can be.
Okay. So it's not associated with any map design?
No.
Okay.
And it's not part of the map.
No.
Interesting.
Interesting, mate. Do you see it while, like, all the time in game? Or only at certain points?
Certain points.
Is it a score streak?
No.
Is it only in, like, on the maps? Or, like, is it also in the main menu?
It can be both.
Oh.
Is it an operator?
Not an operator.
Is it associated with, like, your like, identity as a player?
Yes.
Oh.
Is it a gamer tag?
No.
Is it your, like, calling card?
No, wrong direction. With the identity things throwing you.
So, okay, it's not really identity then.
Is it a camo?
Yes.
Oh, geez.
There's a lot of camos out there.
Your diamond camo.
No.
Frick, I only have one guess
Yeah,
left.
you do. There's so many out
Wait,
there.
so you said this camo's in most of them?
Yes.
Well, I can't even be helping you here.
Well, I don't know if it's most of them, but
Some of them.
some of them.
Blue Tiger?
No.
Okay, I have one guess too.
Do you have to earn this camo?
Yes.
Maybe you could have bought it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it like team specific?
No.
Is it in Black Ops Cold War for sure?
Yes.
Gosh, what the?
I'm scared to guess. I only have one guess
I
left.
know.
Is it one of the, like, the mastery camos?
Yes.
Gold camo.
Oh my God. No.
No.
Dark matter.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, my
You
word.
get diamond and gold of all things.
Well, because Dark Matter's only in 3 CODs.
I mean, that's why when I said most, I was like,
my
that's
word.
probably not the right choice.
Specific.
What?
That's funny.
Some bull. Let's do one more. How many points?
Hold on. So I have 1 point, right?
I have one, I think.
No, you have 2. Right?
You
'Cause
have-
you just got I have 2.
And
Oh,
so, okay,
oh, I just
tiebreaker
got-
it. I can do the last one here if you boys want.
Oh, okay.
So
All
we can
right.
do a
Sounds good.
tiebreaker.
Yes.
All right.
Whoa.
Tiebreaker round. Sam, Josh,
All right.
Person. Oh, you're still thinking. Sorry.
person. Yes.
A player?
Yes.
Current player.
Yes.
Did the team finish top 4 at champs last year?
Yes.
Oh boy, that narrowed it down real quick.
Empire.
Yes.
Clayster.
No. I think Sam got it.
Illy.
Yes.
Yes.
The MVP of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, Illy, is the right answer.
Oh my word, dude.
Illy, I have full faith in you. You got it this year, man.
Oh. Of course it was. It was either Clay or Illy.
Yeah. GG.
Oh my word, that's pain, suffering.
Sam's our champion today.
Wow, that does it, man. All right, so after a long, hard fought battle,
It took some time.
and holding Parasite's butt crack. After all of that, we made it to this point. So, guys, this was our last in-person podcast for at least a while now.
Sad.
So it's
while.
very sad. Rex heads home tomorrow.
Maybe me and Josh go up to New York sometime.
Now, that would be
Woo.
wild. That would be wild. Then we get some events back and we can do one in person at an event. That would be sick.
That would actually be super
so
sick.
cool.
That'd be
I was
so
thinking
sick.
about wearing a tuxedo to the next
Oh,
event
wow.
I go to for some. I don't know why.
They look like those like really weird like AM coaches. Like there's some AM coaches that wear like full on like suits.
They'd be like a Mr. X back in the
Oh, yeah,
back in the
Mr.
day,
X.
where he's,
That's
literally,
literally what it would be like.
Super long,
I don't know. I always thought suits at esports events were just the coolest thing.
classy.
I think they're cool, honestly.
Classy.
Some people might be like, cringe. I don't care. I'm wearing the suit.
Definitely in the cringe part.
I don't care. I think it looked cool.
Oh man, but we hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the podcast. If you guys did, drop a like on the YouTube video, comment down below, drop a review on Apple Podcasts. We'd love to read some of those. Add a quick question to them, or like a little question at the end because we like those quick questions as
Do
always.
that.
So drop a review and we'll read your quick question moving forward. Keep us something that's kind of like that we could read in like the upcoming few weeks if we have a lot of reviews, just in case. But anyway,
Great.
but otherwise, guys, I'm Josh, SalvationsElite. To my right is Bash_Bo3. And to our farthest right per usual is Rex Shady Nero. And it's been the best 3 CoD Esports Podcast. And we'll talk to you next time. We out, baby.